rows left. You guys excited? All right.
I think the front row is going to really
I think the front row is going to be happy about the next one.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious if they all run out as soon as he's done.
I was just saying that back there.
No, never. Okay, good. You're going to stick around and help clean up after the show. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Favorite ice cream is... can you read that? Chocolate fudge brownie?
People will still write in cursive. That's crazy. His favorite...
Did you never learn how to read cursive? I might have to do this one then.
No. Let me try.
All right, no, he's going to sound it out.
His favorite ice cream is chocolate fudge brownie.
Yeah. Now, put it all together. Chocolate fudge brownie.
There you go.
That's an ice cream flavor.
That's his favorite ice cream. You have not seen him in the hit comedy Will and Grace, but his name is Sean Hayes.
Sean Hayes, everybody!
I want to give Sarah credit. Superman is a flavor of ice cream at Bricks. Yeah, so she did know. She did know the game and how it works. Good job. Good job. And thank you for bringing up stories from '92, because that's what I'm about to do. And everybody here was like, half these people here were born past '99, which is very sad.
95.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's a couple '80s. My husband was born 3 years after I graduated high school, or before I graduated high school, so that was good. Anyways, yeah, so, and as your elder gay, I can say that, yeah, she looks just like very good vibes for Liza Minnelli from Cabaret. So, as you're the eldest gay here in all of Comedy Land in the city. Yeah, so I'm here to, I'm going to recite or tell a story from my, as of unwritten but upcoming book, One Time at a Sex Club and Other Places I've Sucked Dick. Yeah, there's been a lot. I was going to list them at first. I'm like, park, car, alleyway. I was like, it was too much. It was too much. But back in the 90s, 92, 93, Madonna had an album out called Erotica. And for the kids here who don't know, it was all about sex and S&M and other things. And my ex and I, at the time, were, like, it was a soundtrack to our life. We were experimenting, we were having fun, we were going to sex clubs and alleyways and parks and back rooms of bars and things like that, doing all the fun things that gay do. But we had ventured into, like, going to a nude beach. Yeah, no, swim naked, be naked at a beach, be naked all the time, it's fun. So we would go down to this beach, San Onofre, which is, San Onofre State Park is between Orange County, California, it's in California, and San Diego, right next to Camp Pendleton, the Marine base. And it was at the very end. So when you go there, you drive there, and first there's this nuclear power plant. It's hard to say without trying to cough. That looks like two giant breasts. Each, it is, it's two breasts. But they even look like that, little nipples on it. Very, very provocative, very fun. And it also keeps the beach, well, the water warm there. Like the ocean water there was very warm, because I think they use it to cool off the nuclear reactors. I don't have a third ball, so I don't think there's any nuclear waste or anything in the water. I don't know. There was also no animals in the water. What do we care? It was warm. It was nice, because California water is actually kind of cool. So, and the nude beach is the very, very end. So you got to drive all the way to the end, and then you got to hike all the way down. And San Onofre State Park is on this giant mesa, and so you have to go down a cliff to get to the beach. So you got to climb through this ravine, like a canyon, where like rainwater goes down, like drainage water, when it does rain there. And then you have to walk. So then when you get to the beach, it's nice. It's this beautiful, it's like everyone's there is naked. It's families. It's all the professional nudists who are doing it all the time. Like not a tan line in sight. Skin cancer on its way. Kids, families, barbecues, music going, naked volleyball. Which I always worry about women like having to like slide down into the sand doing naked volleyball. Right? Yeah, it seems gritty. And then the only thing separating like the nude beach, the state park from Camp Pendleton was this little chain link fence about 6 feet tall, which just kind of like disappears into the water. And then you go into Camp Pendleton, and that's where the gay section was. Because we like to segregate because we got things to do. We got dicks to suck, asses to fuck, things to do. Right? Yeah, sex on the beach, it's gritty. it's gritty. It's fun. It's fun. It's like, twins. But you'd have to walk for miles. So we would walk miles down the beach. And it was like 2 or 3 miles to where we put our towels, and then another 2 or 3 miles to like where a lot of the fun was. But it was really nice. I mean, besides, the sex and stuff you can have back there, the canyons were nice, and the ravine, like everything you could walk in and hike in, it was really nice. Now this was like after around Desert Storm. So we were on the beach and we weren't thinking about it, and we're all of a sudden see this dark black thing like coming down, like wonder what that is. And we don't think about it. Now Brian, my ex, was like 98 pounds wet, short. He wasn't a little person, but he was, not a big person. And I was like 125 pound twink, blonde hair, blue eyed. Brian had like a military haircut because we'd gone to a fetish leather bar and they gave you haircuts. So we had this like, we did everything in the 90s. Leather bars back then were fun. Leather bars are not fun anymore. So he had this like very military flat top, like very official military flat top. And we're on Camp Pendleton, the Marine base. And then all of a sudden, that black dot gets closer and closer, and it was a tank. So we're naked next to a tank. Like the tank's coming at us. You can hear it. There's Marines hanging out of it. They're in like full Marine regalia. They got their guns, everything. And of course, Brian's panicking because you don't know anything about him, but I'm here to tell you, he's like if a leprechaun was to freak out in front of you, what you'd picture that to be. He's like, oh man, what do we do? That's a tank. I'm naked. I'm like, so what? We're naked, big deal. So I just shoved my dick in his mouth, I calmed him down, everything was good. The tank went by, I waved, hi, just doing our gay thing. Now the tank doesn't kick you off. They don't do that. No, the MPs come later on, they drive little ATVs and then they come and kick you off. So after the tank went by, then an ATV came by later. And because Brian had this military haircut, they were like, what are you doing on the beach? Why are you down here? Why are you naked? Why are you with that fag? Because I'm like, you need to leave us alone. He's not in the military, like stop. I'm just like yelling out, like I couldn't be gayer if I tried. And they could care less anything about me. They're like, we don't want to talk to you. Why are you here? And I'm like, our ID is like 14 miles away. Like we gotta hike all the way back over there and all over, like, we're naked. Like we're not, here's my military ID. It was insane. I don't remember what happened. I didn't shove his dick in my mouth then. His dick in my mouth, whichever way it happened, I forget. And it didn't actually happen. So anyways, yeah, so that, I don't know, we got off the beach. But then when they do come, they just kind of move, all the gays move to the very end of the beach. We're still on this side of the fence, but we're near the regular people. And then after an hour or two, everyone all goes back. So that was my summer of '93. It was fun. Another naked beach story I have, I was at Black's Beach in San Diego. Butt ass naked, have a great time in the water, and I feel this thing like pinch my foot, and I'm like, oh no, is that a crab? And even though I grew up at the ocean, I grew up on Huntington Beach, and like my high school had a surf team, I didn't want anything to do with animals in the ocean. Like, don't touch me, I don't want fish near me, I don't want anything, stop. So I'm like, oh my gosh, something just pinched my foot. So then I'm trying to tread water in like waist deep water while waves are crashing over me, so I'm flipping and turning, but I'm like, I can't touch the ground, and then I get to the beach and my foot's really killing me and I realize I was stung by a stingray. Yeah, that thing that killed Steve Irwin. Yeah. It hurts really bad. I don't recommend it. And then I was like, well, what do I do now? And then there's not really a lifeguard there, but they drive up and down the beach. And so I wanted to go talk to the lifeguard, which I felt weird doing naked, so I put on shorts. I don't know why, they see everyone they're naked. So I was okay though. I can tell you, if you get stung by a stingray, it's not pee on yourself, I think that's a jellyfish. Yeah, stingray, you want to soak your foot in scalding hot water, which I did when I got home and it felt better. Kills the venom immediately. But yeah, so that is my time, unless you want to hear about the time I got bit by 15 yellow jackets, which was just a week ago. That was fun. Just don't touch a yellow jacket house, y'all. And that's it. Thanks so much. I'm Sean Hayes.
Sean Hayes, everybody! Don't touch a yellow jacket house. Wisdom for the ages.
Someone's got a tattoo of that somewhere, I'm sure.
A yellow jacket house. That's what they call them.